everyone. We're loading up the blue van. We're going on an old-fashioned road trip like we used to do with the kids. We're going to Alton, Illinois for eagle watching weekend. We're getting a hotel tonight. We're going to take you along so that you can see everything that we see.
Hold me back, take my time, just enjoy the ride. A new man passing by, life is good, best I've ever felt. Get me up, somewhere new, somewhere I can find myself. Oh, I feel so alive.
We're at Fort Bellefontaine. We're right outside of St. Louis. A friend of mine said, "Hey, have you been to Fort Bellefontaine before?" And I was like, "No." So we looked, it's right on our way to Alton, so we decided to stop. We'll go down there and get some better video. This was the first fort west of the Mississippi, heading down to the river. These stairs are icy. It's cold. But it is supposed to be a beautiful day. We'll go on down, see what all we got here. We do know that this place has now been turned into a division of youth services. There's tons of buildings that we just drove through. But I do believe we're the only people down here checking this ruined part out right now. Pretty down here. Look at that. We made it to the bottom of Bellefontaine, Fort Bellefontaine.
Yes.
What do you got? What info you got on it, Dave?
It says it's formerly known as Cantonment Bellefontaine, former U.S. military base located in St. Louis County, Missouri, across the Mississippi River and Missouri River from Alton, Illinois, first U.S. military installation west of the Mississippi, and the newly acquired Louisiana Purchase territory when Lewis and Clark came back from going to the Pacific Ocean.
Huh. Dave did also say that he just saw this on a hidden gem list for St. Louis County. It's neat. How pretty it is down here. Got this rock shelf on the river. Dave says the water is really low right now. Probably normally you wouldn't see that out there, but this little rock shelf is neat. Okay, we are heading back up to the van. This is just our kind of stuff to do. Like, we love history. We can picture Lewis and Clark going down the river, this fort being here. We don't have a lot of information. Dave was just talking about how he wishes he had more information about some of the little things that we're finding here. But right now we got a chunky, overweight beagle that's having difficulty coming back up the hill and all these steps. We have already seen one eagle, and that is the purpose of our weekend is eagle watching. But there's going to be a whole bunch of history. Alton, Illinois has so many things to do in that area with Grafton and Wood River. I think we've decided we're going to split this video, actually this trip, into 3 videos. We're going to try to show you as much as we can. Eagles and the river, and there's museums and statues and lots of history. Can't go in depth for the history of all of it, or the videos will be 55, 60 minutes long, but we'll bring you along. You can tell I'm catching my breath too. Whew. We got one more level of stairs. It is beautiful. Okay, we found some history of Fort Bellefontaine, why it's important here. St. Louis was a center of military activity for Trans-Mississippi West for 181 years. Cantonment Bellefontaine, the first Indian factory trading post built west of the Mississippi. Fort Bellefontaine was the first United States military fort built west of the Mississippi. Lewis and Clark Corps of Discovery Expedition spent the first night of their expedition on an island opposite on Coldwater Creek and their last night at Fort Bellefontaine. Other major expeditions left from this site. The fort was an important gathering place in the wilderness for officers and enlisted men, French, Spanish, and American settlers. They have a 3.1 trail here. There's a spring. There's a quarry. We showed you the limestone overlook and the remaining stones from the original fort. Dave did find out that there are 117 steps on the grand staircase. We found that little informational kiosk that I just read all the information from. You also need to know that when you come in here, you have to stop at this little security building right here. They have the Division of Youth Services buildings.
Yeah, it's County Park, and then it's on the National Register of Historical Services.
I got you. Okay.
Historical sites.
So she said when we leave, we just stop and wave at her. We're getting back out on the highway, about ready to cross the bridge into Alton when we get back over there. Dave wanted to tell you the highways, how we got here.
I-70 to US 270, and then 270 to 367. And then we got off it onto Jamestown Road. And then we turned on to Bellefontaine Road.
Y'all seen?
Or heading north.
He's missed being on road trips. Hey, if you watched our last video, we unloaded the truck camper. Truck was going in the shop. Jeep was going in the shop. We just got the truck back. Dave, you want to quickly tell them what we got done with the truck?
They had to put a new air conditioner evaporator coil in under the toolbox of the passenger side of the truck. I had the rear seal leaking on the driver's side. Got that fixed, and we got the shocks on the Jeep replaced on all four corners, and it rides a lot smoother now.
Yep. We are happy. We just got, like I said, we just got the truck back. Dave was just talking about we're going to reload the truck camper on Monday, so I'm super excited. Okay, next thing you're going to see is Alton, Illinois, and then we have lots of stuff on our list to go see at Alton, so I really don't know what we're going to do first, but that's where we're headed. We're rolling into the lock and dam at Alton, Illinois. Sorry about that. We are just like, we don't know if we're making the right decision. There's so much to do. There's people everywhere with huge cameras and stuff. There's nesting eagles in another nest that we just came by. There's people on the levee with their big cameras. There's people across the river over at the wildlife refuge. We got Canadian geese over here. This is how we do our trips. Like, we get going and then so much, and we don't know what to do first. So we're just going to kind of calm down, catch our breath. We're so excited that we see everything that we want to see, and we want to see it all right now. We're just so excited to be here. We used to do this all the time. We bring our kids eagle watching somewhere not every weekend, but once a year at least. If you want to know how you can get your kids involved, just tell them you're going to go to a hotel and get to go swimming, and they're on board. Open daily, block tours, free admission, no pets allowed. That's why we left our little dog in the van. Located on the Great River Road in Alton, Illinois, the National Great Rivers Museum is centrally located south of the confluence of the Mississippi and Illinois River. Adjacent to the Melvin Price Lock and Dam, it is the direct result of the meeting of the River Foundation and the Corps of Engineers.
Through interactive exhibits, a theater, and daily public tours, the facility introduces the public to the great rivers, their environments, the importance of their presence, and the interaction we have as humans with them. The theater has several movies that you can choose from, and they have a spotting scope located so that you can view a eagle nest across the road. Dave and I enjoy watching barges go up and down the Mississippi River, and we have actually been watching some barge captains on YouTube. So we thought we would give this little simulation of as a barge captain a try, and we both failed terribly. Museum, when you come in, they have this on here. It tells you where all the eagles and the birds are found, and they have information you can pick up on the area.
Migratory bird refuge. We're heading down to get really close. We're hoping that we can get some video and pictures of some pelicans, some ducks. There are hundreds and hundreds of birds here. Maybe we can catch a couple eagles too. Okay, we're coming up on something hot because look at this group of people. Okay, with big cameras. So now I'm gonna look over there and see if we can find. Okay, we made the loop down by the river. I think we got here a little bit too late in the day. Catch the eagles. There's a lot of people down there too. We don't like a lot of people, so we didn't spend too much time down there. We're gonna move on, go over to the lock and dam on the other side. But they do have a nice building here. We might go in there and check it out real quick.
The population of eagles inhabiting the rivers and routes region in winter is one of the largest bald eagle populations in North America. Eagles can be found along the Mississippi River and the Great River Road. And if you want more information, go to the riversandroutes.com website. They have everything you need to know on eagle watching weekends, ways that you can see the eagles, where you can go and see a live eagle up close and personal. They also list on their website places that have seen the most amount of eagles. They keep a count where the eagles are seen.
We're like crazy people when it comes to
That
eagle
patch of ice
watching.
is up here. It's probably down past that wall now.
We were over there earlier, and I took the picture of the video of the eagle that was way over here, and it's gone now, but it is pretty over here. We're down here at the Riverfront in Alton. We've been down here before, actually, with Tara and her boyfriend. He was in a fishing tournament. That was a lot of fun. We're getting ready to go up the Great River Road here in a little bit. We need to get ready to go check into our hotel. Dave is not going to give up on finding that eagle. Did you find it, Dave?
No, there's a big old patch of ice and offsetting that dike.
Oh.
I imagine that boat scared it off.
Okay, well, this is how we save money. We eat lunch out of the van. We're starving, so we're going to get a quick bite before we do some more Alton sightseeing. We just got to Lincoln Douglas Square. Dave's going to tell us about the history while I video this.
Abraham Lincoln and Stephen Douglas, they was running for Senate seat, and they had a debate here October 15th of 1858. Then later on, Lincoln ended up being elected president after he got to a Senate seat.
There's a whole bunch of Abraham Lincoln stuff in Illinois, obviously. I've been to his museum and library in Springfield, Illinois. Dave hasn't, but we're going to go do that one of these days soon.
The debate here was the last of a series of debates they had across Illinois.
Okay, this is so neat because that great big grain elevator is behind it. Okay, we're moving on to our next spot in Alton, Illinois. There is the casino over there, and we're going through this exit right here where the grain elevator is. And I think somewhere near this elevator, they have a high level for the flood mark somewhere. Oh, there it is. It's on that door.
Now located along the Great River Road in Alton, Illinois, the Piazza bird serves as an important and fascinating piece of local Native American history. Though there has been much debate about the origin of this mystic creature, the lore surrounding it has become an integral part of Alton's culture that has seen many forms throughout the years. The Piazza painting is a never-ending project requiring frequent maintenance and touch-ups. The latest piazza has been outfitted with a parking lot, restrooms, and 3 different historical markers to explain its history. During the Civil War, Alton State Prison was transformed into a military detention camp. Conditions at Alton were very bad as overcrowding led to fast transmission of diseases like pneumonia and dysentery. Smallpox broke out, and the Confederate soldiers that died of smallpox were shipped over to Smallpox Island and buried in hopes of containing the disease. Other Confederate soldiers that died were buried up the hill at the Confederate cemetery. We will be going up the hill to get video and across the island to get video of the Smallpox Island Memorial.
We're at the Confederate Soldier Cemetery in Alton. This is the memorial for the prison that we just were at. These soldiers don't have individual markers. We came back over to, it's called Lincoln Shields Recreational Area. It used to be called Smallpox Island. And I think this used to be able to be a lookout, and they took it off in the stairs, so you can't go up there anymore, obviously. I'm gonna go down here. I think this down here might say something about the smallpox, why they used to call it Smallpox Island.
This is the new memorial identifying the Confederate soldiers that died of smallpox and were buried on the Smallpox Island. It is now located on the Lincoln Shields Recreational Area. Abraham Lincoln and James Shields were scheduled to a duel, but didn't because Shields backed out after seeing Lincoln's size.
We were driving, and Dave was watching on the Clio app, and he found this statue as we were going by to go to our hotel. And we found a quick way to park. I don't even know what this statue's of.
It's Alton's Giant, Robert Pershing Waldo. 6 ounces, nearly 30 pounds. Now, at 8 years old, he was 6'2" and weighed 195 pounds. And his overall height before he passed away was 8'11", 439 pounds.
Well, here is the statue. So is this guy considered the tallest guy ever? Or do we know?
He's one of the tallest people in the world.
Tallest people in the world. And they got a little chair here too.
40,000 people came to his funeral.
This is just an example of how that Clio app works. If you get on it, it will show you what's in the area that you're at. All right, Dave, anything else on this? Or are we ready to go to the hotel?
Said here that his casket was 1,000 pounds and it took 12 pallbearers.
Do we know why it's right here? Is he from here? Or...
Yeah, he was born in this area.
We've made it to our hotel here in, well, I think we're actually in West Alton, aren't we?
Well, actually on northeast corner of Alton.
Yeah, we've had a busy first day here sightseeing in Alton. The River Museum. Eagle watching was fun.
Went to Fort Bellefontaine over on the Missouri side.
Yep, that's how when we started.
The Alton Prison, the Confederate Cemetery up the hill. And the Lock and Dam.
And that Abraham Lincoln debate site.
Yep, Lincoln Square, Douglas Square, they call it.
We're not sure that we did any of those spots very good justice, like explaining the history. We tried to prepare, but there is just so much here. Video 2 is going to be Grafton, Pierre Marquette State Park.
Yep.
We got to prepare for that so that we kind of have some info on that. And then video number 3 is going to be over at Wood River, Lewis and Clark Historical Site, Camp Dubois, Pat Jones Confluence State Park.
Yeah, Alton is a really busy area because you got the confluence of the Illinois River, the Missouri River. Lewis and Clark started here. Then Jock Marquette came up the Mississippi River in 1673. That's where you found that bird on the wall deal that was Teresa talked about earlier.
I didn't do very
Fur
good.
trading,
I didn't do very good with the Dave. You were in the van preparing for the next stop. I didn't do very good with the Piazza bird, but it's so much like
there's lots of history around here. You just don't realize it till you start looking it up.
Yeah.
Especially on the Clio app or if you do Wikipedia.
Hey, I do know this about Alton. Apparently, Alton, Illinois is one of the most haunted towns in America. I did read that. A lot of different places. We may go back through downtown Alton and check out some more. But there's haunted places and they have haunted tours. I did read that they feel like the Underground Railroad. We didn't touch that yet.
Well, I'd read something about the St. Louis businessmen thought Alton was growing too fast. This is in between the Missouri and Illinois confluences that they helped Grafton up Illinois River to get that town started first so that St. Louis can actually, build up bigger. There's all kinds of different stories when you start looking into the history.
Yep. Okay, well, I think we are going to put an end to video 1 of our Great River Road, Alton, Illinois, eagle watching weekend. I guess that's what we'll call it. I don't know. We don't know. America's beautiful. Get out and see it.
Like and subscribe if you want to.
We'll see you on the road.